Forgive me, BookTube, for I have sinned. Hey everyone, my name is Angie and welcome to my channel, Angie Rose Nomad, and I do apologize for being MIA on my channel. I will get more into that in my Friday Reads video. Some of the reason that I have not been posting regular content for the past week or so is because I had a birthday on Friday and I wanted to show you guys some of the books that I got for my birthday, and then 4 books I think I have here. 5 books that I have hauled throughout the year so far. Now I know I'm supposed to be on a book buying ban, but these are only 5. Compared to this time last year, that's like practically nothing. So let's get into what I got for my birthday. So during the first week of March, Barnes & Noble had a sale and they had a couple tables set up and you could go in and pick up some books for 50% off. If you bought them in increments of 3, you would get a tote bag. So I got 3 books. I was with my mother at the time and I did not have my wallet on me. So let me rephrase that. She kindly got me 3 books and said, this is part of your birthday present. So they're from my parents, but the first one I have here is The Secret Diary of Hendrik Groden. This is about a feisty older gentleman named Hendrik who really doesn't have any plans to leave life quite yet. So Hendrik and his friends form the Old But Not Dead Club where they're going to get into some antics, I'm sure. And then a sassy widow moves in next door and he develops a bit of a crush and decides to seize the moment. This sounds really cute and it has been on my radar for quite a while now. I think I'm going to try and read this before A Man Called Uva because they sound kind of similar, but I have heard such great things about that one that I don't want to read that one first and have it taint this book for me. The next thing I have is The Leavers by Lisa Coe. This follows the story of a boy named Deming, and one morning Deming's mother Polly gets up to go to her job at a nail salon. So Polly is an undocumented Chinese immigrant, and Deming is waiting for her to come home, but she never does. So Deming is eventually adopted by this white couple that moves him from the Bronx to upstate New York, where they change his name to Daniel. And this novel just sounds like trying to find your culture while it's trying to be erased from other influences. It also follows Polly and her journey as well as Deming's journey. So this one sounds really good. The next one is a book that I have been wanting to pick up for quite some time now, and that is The Room on Rue Amelie by Kristen Harmel. So this takes place in Paris and it follows the story of a woman named Ruby who is recently married, but with the Nazis coming into France, she's discovering that not only is her life changing outwardly, but in her own home as well, because her marriage is on the rocks a little bit. So we're following Ruby as well as her 11-year-old neighbor named Charlotte and a pilot, I believe, named Thomas, a British pilot named Thomas Clark. So that's all I want to know about this book. I love World War II, so those were the 3 books that I got as an early birthday present from the Barnes & Noble sale. Now this next book I actually got on my birthday and I have been wanting it for quite some time. I am super excited about it. And it is 12 Patients, Life and Death at Bellevue Hospital. This is by Eric Mannheimer, and this is the inspiration for the TV show New Amsterdam, which I adore. I love, love, love that show. So usually when it says it is the inspiration for the show, that means that it's not going to follow the show closely at all, which I understand they have to do things for dramatization purposes. So I'm going to read the back of this to you guys. In this riveting book, Dr. Eric Mannheimer, the hospital's former medical director, uses stories taken from case histories to humanize hot-button issues such as immigration, obesity, teen suicide, and the cost of healthcare. You will get to know Jeffrey, the homeless man with the brilliant past, and Arnie, a prominent Wall Street financier whose emergency room visit for chest pain unravels a toxic lifestyle. Dr. Mannheimer takes readers from the boardrooms where healthcare budgets are debated to the emergency room on a night when New York's stretched to capacity hospitals overflow and mistakes get made. The author is not just a doctor, he's also a patient. After being diagnosed with throat cancer, Dr. Mannheimer takes us on a tour through the shadowland between life and death. So that is 12 Patients. This is going on my April TBR. I cannot wait to read it. So those are the books that I got for my birthday. Now some extra books that I have been picking up here and there. The first 3 things I have to show you I got for March Mystery Madness, which I'm currently participating in. I'm reading mystery books, but I have also taken a break from social media. So yeah, it's not going well on the actively participating, but I am reading mystery thriller type books. And the first thing I have here is called Watch Me Disappear. This is by Janelle Brown. So this follows the story of Billy Flanagan, who is a very well-off, charismatic, beautiful mother. And one day she decides that she's going to go on a solo hike on this trail known as Desolation Wilderness. But she vanishes. And the only thing that is found behind is a shattered cell phone and 1 hiking boot. So everyone assumes that she is dead until her daughter, Olive, starts to have visions of her alive. And this is following Olive and her dad's quest into looking into what really happened to her mom. So next up I have It's Always the Husband by Michelle Campbell. Now this follows 3 different women who are complete polar opposites, but somehow they form a friendship in college. 20 years later, one of them is standing on a bridge and someone is urging her to jump. So we are following the story of who is urging her to jump and how we got to this point, and that is all I want to know about this book. And then the last book that I picked up for March Mystery Madness is The Perfect Mother by Amy Malloy. I'm going to read the back to you guys. It says, they call themselves the May Mothers, a group of new moms whose babies were born in the same month. Twice a week they get together in Brooklyn's Prospect Park for some much needed adult time. When the women go out for drinks at the hip neighborhood bar, they are looking for a fun break from their daily routine. But on this hot 4th of July night, something goes terrifyingly wrong. One of the babies is taken from his crib. Winnie, a single mom, was reluctant to leave 6-week-old Midas with a babysitter, but her fellow May mothers insisted everything would be fine. Now he is missing. What follows is a heart-pounding race to find Midas, during which secrets are exposed, marriages are tested, and friendships are destroyed. 13 Days, an unexpected twist. The Perfect Mother is a true page-turner. Sounds really good. 2 books left. The first one is Tangerine. This is by Christine Mangan. This is about a woman named Alice who moves with her husband to Morocco. And she's kind of really unfamiliar with her surroundings and it seems like she's more reserved and really not used to putting herself out there. So she's having a little bit of a rough time with her recent move when she sees an old friend of hers named Lucy. Now, Lucy and Alice were really close in their college days, but an accident happened that they promised they would never speak about, and they haven't spoken in a little over a year. So she's a little hesitant by Lucy's arrival, but she's also kind of excited to see a familiar face in Morocco, where she knows no one except her husband. And quickly things go back to how they were. Alice, the more reserved friend, where Lucy is very charismatic and outgoing, until one day Alice's husband disappears. And she's got to piece together what's going on with that. And then the very last book I have to show you guys is Killing Kennedy by Bill O'Reilly and Martin Dugard. I have never read anything by Bill O'Reilly, and I saw this in the library bookshop, and I originally got it for my uncle when he came to visit, but he didn't have enough room for it in his suitcase, so I said mine, because I love Kennedy, and I thought that this would be a good one to start with and see if I like Bill O'Reilly and the research that he does. I really don't know much about him. I think he's very involved in the political scene here. Yeah, he is involved in the political scene in America, which I don't know his views at all, but, that's not going to deter me from trying out this book. I don't think. Unless it's just something awful. So I am kind of nervous about that because, as I said that, I remembered that I have The Woman in the Window on my March TBR, and since I put it on my March TBR, I've heard horrendous things about AJ Finn. So now it's like, do I read it and then unhaul it? Do I unhaul it and not even give my time to it. What would you guys do? What is the answer to this dilemma? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you've read any of these books, let me know what you think of them. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this kind of scrambled, weird first video back in a little over a week. It's kind of all over the place for me too, you guys. Yeah. But if you happen to like it, go ahead and let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to become part of the tribe if you have not already. I will be going back to posting my weekly videos of every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that means I will see you guys on Friday with my Friday reads. Bye.